During part 2, we introduce networks and examine their various components. Please take a moment to read the learning objectives for this video. Just like systems, networks are all around us. We are part of networks and we use them every day to transport something or to be transported. In the broad sense, a network is a way to get stuff between two or more things. The items being transported and things doing the transporting change based on the needs of the system. Often, a network has many internal connections. Examples of networks are postal system, phone system, railroad system, highways, and roads. A computer network is two or more computers linked together in order to communicate, share resources, and exchange information. If you send a file to someone using Bluetooth, you created a two-computer network using your smartphones. In today's world, there are many examples of computer networks. People use them in the workplace to send emails, share files, and print documents. At home, you might use a computer network to view a YouTube video, stream a movie, listen to internet radio, read the news, make a video call, or purchase something. You use them on your phone to make calls, send messages, look up information, or play games. Networks are made up of components. A component is something that's a part of a larger system. In most cases, a computer network has applications, hosts, routers, and links. An app, such as Chrome, is something that uses the data or initiates the data transfer. A host is a computer or other device that interacts with the data. A link is a connection between two components. A router is a device that relays or sends the information to another device on the network. A node is any network device that has a link. An application, host, router, and links are terms that describe the basic concepts of a network. An application is something that uses the network. In this example, think of desktop or mobile apps such as Chrome or WhatsApp. The function of the host is to support the application. Smartphones and laptops are examples of hosts. A router relays messages between links. Examples of routers are switches, access points, and modems. The purpose of a link or channel is to connect the various nodes or devices on the network. Networks have several key interfaces, which are between the apps in network and between the network components. Interfaces are important because each component has its own method or language of communicating. The interface is the bridge or translator between the components. The interfaces of the network application define how apps use the network. An app needs to know how to communicate with the network to send or receive data. An application is virtual and uses logical connections, and the network is physical. The network interfaces define how nodes work together, such as when there is a change of media. An ISP modem is an interface between a home LAN and ISP's network. A wireless access point provides an interface to the wired LAN. There are many different types of computer networks of various sizes. Wi-Fi networks connect hosts to an access point. Ethernet connects devices on a local area network. A DSL modem connects to the ISP. 3G or 4G connect mobile devices to a cellular network, and Bluetooth connects to another device. A satellite network connection allows someone to access the internet regardless of location. Networks are classified on a scale of size. Most smaller networks connect to larger networks. A personal area network, or PAN, is a network in the vicinity of the device. For example, you create a PAN when you use your Bluetooth to connect your phone to a headset. A local area network, or LAN, is a smaller network that might be used in a building or campus. You connect your computer to a LAN using Wi-Fi or an Ethernet cable. A citywide or smaller regional network is called the Metropolitan Area Network, or MAN. When you connect your DSL modem to your ISP, you join your home LAN to the Metropolitan Area Network. A Wide Area Network, or WAN, is a countrywide network. An example of a WAN is a large ISP that connects cities. The Internet is a network on the global scale, which is composed of many wide area networks. It's a network of all networks. How do these networks work together? Each network operates independently as a part of the larger system. In a local area network, a laptop or mobile device is a node on the network. A metropolitan area network connects LANs just like a LAN connects computers. Each LAN becomes a node of the larger system. Similarly, a wide area network connects LANs and MANs, with each connected network becoming a node on the WAN. These large networks form a connection that make the Internet function. Internet 2's network is an example of one. This network is a part of the Internet backbone that provides 100 gigabit connections between US cities on the map, which are also network nodes. MANs, or large ISPs in a city or region, will connect to the Internet 2's network. When someone speaks of a network connection, there are two types. There is a physical connection and a logical connection. A physical topology is how the networks connect using wired or wireless connections. A logical connection is how devices appear connected to the user. It's a software-based or virtual connection to an endpoint. You are connected to the server, but you are not concerned with how the connection happened. Examples of logical connections are when you type a URL in the web browser and the page displays, or you're streaming a video on YouTube. An example of a physical connection is connecting your phone to a network using 3G or Wi-Fi. If you see the 3G or Wi-Fi symbol on your phone, you know that you have a connection to the cellular system or an access point. Another example is the Ethernet cable that connects your desktop to the modem or router. You can determine that you have a connection by looking at the link light on the device. There are various types of network topologies which explain how the devices connect to the network and communicate. The star network is the important one in the list, but we'll mention a few others. On a ring network, the data moves only in one direction around the loop. A citywide ISP, user MAN, might use this type of the network. On a mesh network, any connected node becomes a router and relays the message until it reaches its destination. Mesh networks are popular in developing countries, where they lack the physical infrastructure. Some networks are hybrids, which combine various topologies. The Internet is often referred to as mesh network, but it's partial mesh, or hybrid network using different topologies. The star topology is the most common type of network used today, which you also use in your home network. When you connect a device using Wi-Fi or an Ethernet cable, you are probably connecting to a star network. In the star configuration, all devices are connected to a central location, which is usually a router or access point. That router is also connected to another central location to form a more extensive star network. In this example here, there are 3 smaller star networks and then one larger star network made up of the routers. In summary, a computer network is 2 or more computers linked together so they can communicate, share resources, and exchange information. A network is made up of applications, hosts, routers, and links. An app uses the data. A host is a device that interacts with the data. A link connects two components. A router is a device that relays or sends information. There are 2 main categories of interfaces on a network. The interfaces of the application network define how apps use the network. The network interfaces define how nodes work together, such as when there is a change of media. Network connections could be referred to as physical or logical. Networks are created through physical connections. Software uses networks to create virtual connections. Networks span various sizes based on the geographical need. A WAN is a countrywide network. A MAN is a citywide network. And LAN is a building-wide network. And PAN is a network in the immediate vicinity of the devices. Except of PAN, most networks use a star topology where devices connected to the central router.